So why do you want to get sober? Is it you? Is it your environment? Is it your family? Why do you want to get sober? What's the intention behind it? Let me know in the comment section. What's up with you? You know, the reason why I wanted to quit and be done with alcohol is because it was completely wrecking my life. I finally reached a place in my life at 41 where I have the kindest woman in the world and I have the life that I always wanted to live. I'm not wealthy, nothing like that. But I have a business. My finances aren't quite, they're not a problem at all. I'm not rich, like I say, in my mind, maybe. Being rich is a state of mind. I'm not wealthy. But I have everything going for me. We'll just keep it short. All the things that I would ever picture to myself back in the day, being like, if my life was like this, if my life was like that. So when I got this life and I realized that there's no real reason to be escaping from it, right? I had to really stop and evaluate, do I want this to turn out like every other good thing I've ever had in my life? Well, and I don't. I don't. Um, there's no reason I can see trading the peace that I have. Um, I don't have a foggy brain anymore. I have no regrets. I have no alcohol regrets. And you know what they are. It's not just the physical stuff, but it is the physical stuff too, yeah? But I haven't forgotten what I said on a phone call. I haven't argued with anybody. I haven't misunderstood anyone. I haven't woken up with any sort of hangover anxiety. When I go to bed at night, I don't wake up, 6 or 7 times to go to the bathroom. Um, everything is moving smoothly, like it's supposed to. And so there's been times in my life where things have been, you know, kind of put together. And so on top of that, I want to I don't know, enhance it or whatever. And I would drink. Generally just sweet, this is awesome. But me being who I am, it doesn't stop at that celebration. It doesn't stay at that level of consumption. And it becomes something that I do every day. Always has. Always has. I've relapsed so many times. Oh, keep that in mind too for you new person. Relapse is part of the game, okay? What you do with it is what's important. I've relapsed so many times. And every time I relapse, I learn something, okay? This time, I have no desire whatsoever. I'm not leaving the door open. I don't want to drink. I'm 41. I have all my health. I have the life that I've always wanted to live. I don't want to go back. But before, I'd always leave that little window open. You might be familiar with this. Let me know. Every time you've ever said you're going to quit, there's just like that little voice. Might not even be a little voice, but there's that voice. It's like, I don't think so. Doubt it. You never have before. What makes you think you're going to do it this time? So that's the part that makes it hardest to start over every time, I'd say. It's just that, you have a pattern of not completing it, not completing the mission. So your brain says, why even try? It's trying to protect you. It's not really your enemy. when we learn how to use our brains, we realize that. But, you know, before we learn how to use our brain's telling us we can't do it. And it's trying to protect us, but it's not helpful in that situation. A lot of people think that they're powerless over alcohol. And to a certain extent, I believe in that. But if I had ever fully subscribed to the idea, I would not have been able to quit. I don't think so. I understand the idea of being powerless in the sense that it is stronger than you, more cunning than you, and has taken down, countless people that are probably better than you. But to fully succumb to the idea or subscribe to the idea that I am powerless, I think that is, I think that's a bit misleading for people. I'm not powerless over alcohol. I can choose not to drink it. Maybe once I start drinking, it becomes harder, but I'm not powerless. It was my effort that put the drink up to my mouth every time. That was my own power. I used that. I used my own free will to do that. And it's my own free will and using a set of skills that have made it to where I don't drink. It's been my choice. I have power over it. I have power over my life. My life is the culmination of all my decisions. And the results that I've gotten are a consequence of all of my decisions. So I had to learn how to think differently. And thankfully, I've relapsed so many times, and that's why I'm trying to tell you. I've relapsed so many times, but every time I have learned. And so I've gotten better at quitting. And, for me, I guess I might be just one of the lucky ones where I made it to my 40s and my health and my mind are still intact. And I've achieved the life that I want and the people in it. And my mind is still sane enough to say, I don't want to gamble this. Alcohol is certainly, and the feelings that come with it are certainly not more valuable than what I've got going on right now. And so for anybody who's, thinking about quitting for whatever reason, for me, it was just fucking up my life. That's all. And I wanted to become better. And every day I want to be better. But if you're thinking about quitting, just remember that you have options and you have power, okay? The power is educating yourself. Find out how shit works, okay? Get around the right people and start applying those things that you learn, okay? If you relapse, you relapse, but you learn, okay? And just keep the hope, keep the goal in mind, form a vision in your mind of who you want to be and the life that you want, and really hold on to that image, okay? And don't forget it, because even if you relapse and you keep remembering the person in the life that you want, you can get there, okay? Just don't give up. That's the thing. Strengthen your mind, strengthen your body, okay? Strengthen your relationships. Learn to replace your old life. That's the thing. That's all I do these days is just replace my old life. Even doing this YouTube channel, right? It's replacing my old life. And doing things this way is different than I used to. So I'm replacing my mind. And you can do it. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go, okay? You have a great rest of your day on purpose. On purpose. God bless you. Stay alcohol free if you can, okay? I'm out of here.